Hello, hello, magical souls. And I am so excited about being here on planet Earth today. I just have to share that with everyone. It's another exciting day to be alive and on the cutting edge of expansion. And we are looking at a very interesting subject today as well, one of my favorites. So I'm Katherine Tack, author, artist, and Akashic record reader and teacher. And I'm joined today by the very radiant Harsha Patel. So Harsha is a very magical Akashic record reader. She gets 5 stars all the time. I know one of my proudest things is to see her 5 star reviews coming up. And also, Harsha is a feng shui consultant. She does dowsing. She's a dowser with the dowsing rods. Harsha is a Reiki healer and an access bars practitioner. So, yep, you heard me right. Access bars. That's something that I've just learned about recently, and it's a very, very interesting subject. So, we are going to have a podcast about that sometime soon, Harsha. But today we are going to step into that really, truly healing space today. It's called a space of forgiveness. So, over to you, Harsha.
Hello, everyone. It's such a blessing to be here with you. Today, we're opening a gentle doorway into the vibration of forgiveness. I'm so excited about this. Not as an obligation, but as a sacred act of liberation, not just for yourself, but also for those with whom you do hold the karmic ties with.
Yes, absolutely. And the reason why forgiveness is such an exciting subject for me personally is that it's something that I struggled with when I was younger. And we are taught in our society to hold on to things and to hold others accountable for their actions. And today we are going to be talking about actually going in the other direction because forgiveness, true forgiveness, at its heart, isn't about excusing another person's actions, but it is about freeing our own hearts from the cords that keep us tied to pain. And this is one of the highest spiritual acts that exists. And the Akashic Record Keepers and Guides remind us often that forgiveness is not just for others, but for our own soul's peace and evolution. Would you agree with that, Harsha?
Oh, yes. When we hold on to hurt, resentment, and anger, we're holding on to energetic imprints within our field. These memories stay anchored in our physical body at a cellular level, emotional body, and even ripple through our Akashic records. Would you believe it?
Ah, I know. Exactly. Can you feel that? When you said that, I could just feel all the pain and the old wounds and the heaviness of that statement that everybody's holding on to. So many people are taught to hold on to this negativity. And the record keepers and guides often show me that forgiveness acts like a light wave moving through time. So it doesn't erase what happened, but it transforms the energy around it. So we have a lot of situations where people hold on to the injustice of a situation and they beat their drum. This is an unjust situation and it's upset me and I'm going to hold on to it. And that is holding your own self into a very negative place. Whereas when we erase that feeling and we forgive, um, the record keepers and guides say that they call it forgiveness is remembrance without pain. Yeah.
That's such a beautiful truth. Um, Again, from personal experience, I have experienced this. So, forgiveness allows us to reclaim our power. When we forgive, we are saying, I no longer choose to carry this weight. I choose love. I choose freedom.
Ah, and when you say that, now my body feels light.
Yeah, very.
It's a very big difference.
Yes.
Two sayings. I can feel it. Okay, and the other thing I wanted to talk to you about today is that the guides remind us that we can forgive even when we don't understand. So forgiveness is a frequency. It's not necessarily a mental decision. It begins in the heart and not the head. And I want to add here that I personally often do not tell the person that I have forgiven them. I mean, if it's aligned, I will tell them. But so often, the person who has slighted me doesn't actually know or understand what they have done. So sometimes they might be under the influence of alcohol or recreational drugs. They might have just cut me off in traffic because they're having a bad day. Or they might have taken the one thing in the world that I really wanted. Or sometimes they might be unknowingly channeling dark energies, and that's a big one. And because they are maybe having a weak time, they have been banging the drum of poor me for too long, they have been in a state of negativity for too long, and that is an open doorway for the dark ones to work through them. So they might not even know that they are channeling this dark energy and saying negative things to people. They might think it's justified. Okay. But because they are unaware, forgiving them to their face doesn't make any sense, does it? It wouldn't help the situation. If it does, I do, but if it doesn't, I don't. So I'm reminded of a recent message that came through from the Akashic Record Keepers and Guides, which I will read for you now, which is just so beautiful. Okay, here we go. We are the keepers of the records, and we speak now to all who are ready to rise in love. Please understand that forgiveness is not a weakness. It is the mastery of compassion. When you forgive, you are not saying what happened was right, but instead you are saying, I choose to be free. And we know that the soul evolves through contrast, through love, and through pain. So each soul you meet is a mirror showing you an aspect of yourself that seeks healing. When you come across difficulties, understand that that's a reflection of what's going wrong inside of yourself. And it's an opportunity for you to grow and heal. And when you forgive them, you are also forgiving the part of you that has judged, resisted, or held on. Do not fear letting go. What you release through forgiveness is transmuted by divine light and returned to source as love. Your heart was never meant to carry so much weight. Allow the energy of forgiveness to flow through you like a river, washing away the remnants of old stories. You are not your pain. You are the love that remains when pain dissolves. Whew. Yeah,
Catherine, I can feel their truth anchoring into our hearts.
yeah,
Wow.
feel it. Absolutely. Goosebumps.
Record keepers are reminding us that forgiveness is the bridge between pain and peace. We need to anchor this. Oh my God. And that sometimes forgiveness feels impossible, especially when the wounds run deep. But that's where compassion comes in. And we can start by simply saying, I'm open to forgiving. That's enough to begin the energetic shift.
I agree, Harsha. And it's important to remember that forgiveness is a process and not a moment. So some souls enter our lives to teach us deep lessons, and these lessons can include boundaries. They can include bringing us resilience, strength, and sometimes unconditional love, which is very magical.
The record keepers have told me before that when we forgive, we alter our soul contract with that person. The karmic tie softens and the lesson is complete.
Beautifully said. I agree with that. Yeah, they've said that to me as well. And I just want to make a note to make a point, pointing out to our audience, our listeners, that if there's someone you've been unable to forgive, just know that you are not alone, okay? The universe honors your courage simply for being willing to heal. And this works especially well with our parents or guardians because we often request before birth that they bring us lessons and then they can help us set up healthy boundaries. So it is a complicated subject, but just showing up today, just hopefully listening to the guided meditation that I've prepared is going to help you to move from that place, from that difficult place of not being able to forgive, from banging on about the subject, the injustice of a situation. Yes, I can put my hand up and say I've suffered terribly at the hands of at least one of my parents. And that's difficult to let go of. It's difficult to forgive. But if you step back out of that and understand what's going on at a soul level and understand that you most likely gave your parents a script for them to work with you, then you understand that you asked for this contrast. You asked for this pain. You asked so that you would be pushed into a higher vibration. So I can't tell you how different my life is since I've forgiven everyone. And I'm no longer stuck in pain. And I don't see it as a weakness either. A lot of the people I didn't forgive to their face. It just wouldn't make any sense to them. It would just make the situation worse. And we don't want that, do we? But we want to heal. We want to heal ourselves. We want to heal the family. We want to heal the planet. And the first step, in my mind, is forgiveness. Okay. So I have prepared a little guided meditation for us to help us move from our minds to our hearts so that the ability to forgive becomes a little easier. So remember, this is not a weakness. We are moving into a higher vibration when we forgive and when we choose to forgive and when we move into a different frequency, everything shifts and changes. Okay, so let's start if you're ready. Find a very comfortable position. Let's switch off all our phones and all the noises that we might be distracting us at the moment. That was a reminder to me to switch off all my messages as well. I'm just going to do that now. Okay. Let's relax and let's start by feeling the earth at our feet and the chair at our back. Let's just take a moment to breathe in for 5, 1, 2, 4, 5, and exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And as we breathe in for 5 now, let's invite the archangels and especially Kuan Yin to join us. 1, 2, 4, 5. And as you exhale now, allow your head to droop, allow your body to soften. Allow everything to just relax as you focus in on my voice. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Just take a moment now to feel your energy settling. Just allow the energy of softness to come around you. Understand that you are held, you are safe in this moment, and the very, very high vibrational beings of light have joined you in this moment to assist you with your healing. So take a moment now to imagine a very beautiful golden light forming above your head, the divine light of your own soul. And with each breath in, notice how this golden light expands down through your crown into your heart, filling you with a very magical sense of peacefulness. And now imagine in your heart space a very beautiful door of light. And behind this door is a person, a situation, or even a part of yourself that you are ready to forgive, that you know deep down you need to forgive this situation, this person, or even yourself. When you're ready, take a moment now, step towards the door, open the door, and see what is behind the door standing before you. Perhaps it's a person, perhaps it's a version of yourself, perhaps it's a situation. And what greets you behind that door may look peaceful or it may look hurt. Simply allow what happens to come to the foreground. And you can silently repeat after me. I release you with love. I let go of you in the name of love. I let go of you in the name of God's love. I let go of you from a place of God's truth. I forgive you and I forgive myself for holding onto this pain. I choose peace. I choose freedom. And as you speak these words, see cords of old energy gently dissolving into golden light. Feel your heart becoming lighter and your soul expanding. And just visualize now the record keepers and your guides standing beside you, surrounding you in radiant blue gold light. And notice that they whisper, "You are free. You are forgiven. You are loved." Just take a lovely deep breath in as you let that truth anchor into your heart. And just stay in this vibration for a few more moments, bathing in peace and compassion. Let the archangels surround you now. Let them help you bear the pain of any injustices against you. Let them help you remove those blocks, those words that keep you bound to this situation, this negative person, this negative situation, or even that version of yourself that you haven't forgiven yet. They have stepped forward now and we have called them. They have volunteered to assist you, to serve you. And it's up to you to meet them halfway. Allow them to remove this pain for you, to hold your hand, to wrap their beautiful soft wings around you and show you how much you are loved in this moment, to show you how much you are admired and cherished, and that the guides only want the very best for you. They want you to live your very best life on your highest timeline. And in this moment, when you surrender to them, that which is holding you back, you are giving yourself an opportunity to grow, to move into expansion, and to live your best life. So now on the next breath in, we are going to thank the beings of light that have helped us today, Kuan Yin. We're going to thank them for helping us to see the truth, to let go of the blocks, to help us stand tall, to help us step into our truth, into our power. And we ask that these beings of light work with us for the rest of the day, the week, the month, the year. Let's ask them to be ever present, sharing their gifts with us. And we thank them in advance for their brilliance. Okay, thank you. On the next breath in, just start to feel the chair at your back and the earth at your feet. And then when you are ready, you can open your eyes, bringing in the light of forgiveness within you.
Thank you, Katherine. That was an amazing meditation.
Oh,
I feel very peaceful and rather, I would say, actually, I worked with something personal
okay.
and which I've been working for a while because it's like an onion peel,
Yes.
of layers. You think you've worked on it, and then there's another layer that comes. And I feel expansion. I feel this vibration that has just entered into my space. So I think I would suggest everybody to definitely listen to this meditation again and again when you feel challenged with forgiveness. So remember, listeners, to be gentle with yourself. Each act of forgiveness, no matter how small, is a step closer to your divine truth.
That is so true, Harsha. Thank you. And from our hearts and from the Akashic Record Keepers, thank you for walking this part of light with us today. I hope you all feel very magical and the benefits of it. And I just wanted to say if you enjoyed the podcast today, then remember to sign up to our monthly spiritual workshops. We have monthly spiritual workshops running throughout 2025, 2026. And we would love to have you join us and go to the next level, go another level deeper when we are working with all different subjects like forgiveness, like all the different things. So there's actually a link to the workshops on the website so you can find out what's coming up. And I also want to mention that if you would like to contact Harsha or myself, then the information is in the description alongside this podcast. So stay magical, everyone.
Magical.
Take care.
Take care. Bye.